Welcome. Today's the day Alexander burns the internet to the ground. Thank you, Catherine. Birthday present from Catherine. I don't always drink my coffee out of a mug with angry people on it, but when I do, they're the Wu-Tang Clan. So, let's get on into galactic fire. Let's get on into galactic truth. Today is going to be one of those days where the comment feed might not be read as much as some people will like it. Today, Alexander rants. Today, Alexander is going to speak his truth. Today, Alexander is going to apologize for ever being out of his truth with you in any percentage of any facet throughout anywhere, throughout time and space, but especially during this time frame of when you have shown up to this channel, when you have shown up looking for truth, looking for purity, and getting anything greater than or less than of that purity. I am your brother. I am Alexander. I am the Mazaroff. I know who I am. I remember who I am. I am proud to be who I am and to have integrated and embodied all of the darkness that is Alexander, that is us, out of this archetypal menagerie that is life, my family. So now that we've gotten through that apology and why I let that apology be known to you, there have been many things that have taken place in the past of me on this journey of going through the difficulty of being here in Sedona on my Saturn and Pluto lines, which many astrocartographers believe it's not even possible to survive what your brother thrives in, to do that which it is that I do for us all, for you, for myself, for life. This is the day that I stand up. This is the day that I speak my truth to this reality. This is the day that I admit my truth to this reality of who and what Alexander, defender of man, Mazone, master tool builder, truly is. Who am I? I am the one who will, by any means necessary, protect purity. By any means necessary, protect truth. When I see my family members outside of purity, it can be frustrating. When I see my family members outside of truth, it can be frustrating. But here's what I will tell you here, and here is where you can find solace in these words, in this energy, in my truth. I am here in this physical reality. I am here in this multidimensional reality. I am here in this mental, spiritual, all of the realities, the causal, the etheric, and the astral, and I will be your protector, my family. I will show up when you need me to show up. I am here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm on some Obi-Wan Kenobi type-ish. You strike me down, I will only become stronger. I am the protector of the children. I am the protector of man. I am the protector of wisdom. I am the protector of purity. Choosing to be the protector of Kuan Yin, choosing to be the protector of the Virgin Mary archetype, choosing to be the protector of the priestesses who will be allowed in. This is not favoritism. This is not anything that could be considered as shadow. This is me integrating and embodying the shadow that I am, the light that I am, and light being only love, and truth being the opposite thereof. When I see people not being in their truth, like I said, it is frustrating. Some of my family members are not in truth because their purity reality has not been protected. Like I said to you, I am here. Grab a pen, write down a spell. Mazzaroth, Mazzzaroth. Mazzaroth is here if you need to call upon him. Grab a pen. Tariaz is here if you want to call upon him. Tariaz, your elven brother from another mother, casting whatever arrows, having whatever sword that Eris and the god of war has been. Where is my sword? Where is my sword? Where is my sword? I wasn't worthy to my own sword, which was on my own back all along. It reminds me of when you see the librarian with the glasses on her or his head, asking, where are my glasses? And they cannot find them, when they had them all along. I had my truth all along. My truth is here, my family, and you no longer need to be in any sort of fear. Anything that shows up that seems to be hunting a demon, anything that shows up that seems to be hunting something. If you think Alexander has shown up in your dream time or at your house and he's attacking you, maybe he is. Maybe he's attacking that lack of truth because he can see you. I can see all of you. I love all of you more than I can even explain. And I am sorry, like I said, that innocence has not been protected to the highest degree that I can. I have proven to myself time and time again, not by choice, not by deciding to prove this to myself, that I do not need a day off. So I will not be taking a day off. I will be working in the physical reality. I will be working in my dream time, and I will be getting all that needs to get done to protect purity, to have truth be the blossoming star seeds that is you. If I could count the gorgeous people that I see in just the course of the week that are scared to be in their truth, that are scared to get on camera, that are scared to even put their voice on a podcast, my family, if I could let you know how frustrating that is, I wish I could. I know why you're scared. I saw my son be burned, tied to my leg in my most recent lifetime in the vessel as a woman. I see the confusion of people not knowing who and what they are as we have entered a multidimensional reality of truth, of life, and people are anchoring and grabbing onto one aspect of the self. I stand and sit in front of you as the multidimensional embodiment of the God of love, not war. This is a duality, my family, until it is no longer a duality matrix. So I speak to you from this matrix as a dominatrix of sorts, and I will dominate this reality, or this reality shall strike me down. But like I said, if you strike me down, I will only become stronger. I tell you in this present moment, and I vow to you that whether or not Alexander leaves this reality, he will be in this reality doing his job. What is his job? His job is the job of that of his mothers. If my mama Kuan Yin said she will not ascend until all of humanity ascends, then I am her protector. So I will continue to protect her, whether it is in this physical reality, the mental reality, the spiritual reality, and all of the realities. And you, my family, somewhere inside of yourself, wherever you've pushed it to or wherever you've let that flourish to and embody to, have the aspect of the Kuan Yin, and therefore I am here. You have the aspect of Yeshua, therefore I am here. You have the aspect of things that I thought I was fighting, like this father archetype of Zeus, and I look at this 12-12-2 today, rolling these dice and saying, learning about our strength, and I said, I don't need to learn about my strength. I know my strength. And as I sat with this, I said, what is it that I am doing? What is it why some of my sisters and some of my brothers and brother sisters and sister brothers see me and say, what is this? They're waiting. They've been waiting for this moment right here. I am here. Like I said, write down these names. I give you permission to call upon my 15th dimensional dragon. I give you permission to call in my 11th dimensional elven, whichever feels right, or neither of the sort. I have busy moments up ahead of me or not. I choose a reality where innocence and children will no longer be mutilated, will no longer be hurt, and I am here to be the rocks and the water that any of these little feeble things can crash asunder against the truth that is the cosmic being that is Alexander. I am here, my family. I am not going anywhere. Like I said, if it seems like I've gone somewhere, I have not gone anywhere. I am here. There are no excuses anymore. I want to see my beloved family members in their truth, living their joy and no longer being scared of their purity. I choose a reality where I will not see anyone be in these fears over these things unless if they are within themselves, and that is a choice that they made to embody. That is a choice that they made to embody or integrate in these present moments or the next. There will be no demons outside of your house, under your house, around your field, around you, my family, or you can only blame yourself because I've given you permission to call upon the most powerful multidimensional being that you're seeing in this physical reality, and his name is Ali. His name is Ali Zan. I am the one who can turn lead into gold. I am the alchemist of mental, physical, and spiritual alignments, and I am here, my family. Like I told you, I am in my truth and I am not scared. I will not be scared. I will not be worried about being canceled. I will continue to speak my truth. I will watch you all learn to speak your truth one way or another. It can be a very gentle process, or it can be a not so gentle process. It is your decision how gentle the process is of you living in your truth. The reality that we've stepped into is a reality of multidimensional truth. And these people, these beings are being exposed exactly the way that I predicted it. I told you years ago that the false flags that they are about to wave, they will be caught holding them. That has already happened. These reality matrices are already coming together as one. I am seeing miracles on the daily. I do not say that to brag. I say that to you to validate the reality fact of in the old reality that we were in. When these miracles would happen, we would talk about them for weeks. They would be few and far between. We would write them down in our books and do all this stuff because it was such a miracle. I can promise you the miracles that I've been seeing have been above and beyond anything I've ever seen before. What I chose to do for the divine masculine, even though all of the divine masculine and the divine feminine were helping me with this, I thank you so much. But I put myself and I carried the cross, even though it was quite crushing of your brother. I carried this cross through the Lion's Gate. I flew through the air on 8-8 because they wanted your brother as this embodiment of the sun, as almost full degrees Leo flying. They wanted me to create this physical and multidimensional, plain and simple, this what do we even call the word? A cherubim. They wanted me to put the wings on the lion and have me in the air. What have you been processing? And now we start this conversation. You have been processing the divine masculine being in these new states. Some people are showing their true colors right now. Some people are frying right now. All of us are frying right now. All of us were frying right now. This is what has been taking place because this multidimensionality of certain archetypal frequencies that we'll just call it what it is, a Lyran. These Lyran aspects, there was a lot to heal. There was a lot that took place. Everything has been projected upon the Lyran aspect being this one that was attacked and Avalon was destroyed. I see what I see, and I know what I know, and I know that the atrocities that took place within my blood, within my DNA, within my spirit, within my soul, and within my multidimensional lineage are what they are. I believe that this is what is happening in some percentage or another for everybody watching this video, for everybody over the course of the planet, wherever they are. I see a lot of people focusing on the 72 arc angles like as if there are not roots that are under the ground that are balancing that tree that is your spirit. This is what Jung talked about. This is shadow integration. You are watching the embodiment of it, of truth. If anyone is feeling too much fire, you know where you can go. You can leave, and I send you with all the love that you can possibly handle in this present moment. I love you all so much. What I have watched, what I have embodied is pirates, plain and simple. Let's talk about pirates for a second. Once live, I went and I bought these 7 tickets to the Sound of Freedom, or 9 tickets, whatever it was. I bought these tickets to the Sound of Freedom because I was just done. And I've been sitting with this whole time. There were times that I was bawling my eyes out on this back porch because of just what was going on the planet. I said, Spirit, get me out of here. I almost had my third eye turned off and my skills taken away from me because what I was saying. Do you want to know what I was saying? I will tell you whether you want to know it or not. I said, get these things off my planet before I get them off my planet, because there are plenty of spirits that would love a walk-in vessel right now. And they said, whoa, 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 Alexander, you can't talk like that. But I said, I am done. I am done. They said, give us a year. That was last July. Exactly 1 July later, after making the yearly predictions, what did I see? I saw in June something gnarly. I saw this whole crown of thorns, this whole BS with these jabs and all this stuff that these people got caught waving the flag that I told you that they would. I saw that Spirit said, wait till July. I saw June make a very dark prediction. I asked of you all that are watching this, some of you that saw this on January 1st, please, let's manifest, let's pray, let's be in positivity, let's be in higher than positivity faith that we are more powerful than this, that we have all these months of prediction to leave a cloud of success. And I said the first week of July, we will see that we are in a better reality. We will leave ourselves a miracle in the first week of July. If you don't believe me, go please watch the old broadcast from January 1st. And I said this, and that came in the form of this Sound of Freedom movie. I hear people say like, oh, this person's ex-CIA, this thing, that thing, blah, blah, blah. I hear a lot of people having a lot of propaganda of who Tim is and what this movie is. I don't care about any of that. I don't care if there's a big old, on top of Angel Studios, there's a big demon orgy taking place. I don't care. I am here to show this multi-dimensional reality that what is taking place and what was taking place will no longer take place in any of the realities in this multi-dimensional reality. So to show that people, there's money to be made here. There's money to be made in truth. There's money to be made in freedom. More will come, whether they're evil or not. And I know they're not my family because I can see, because I can feel, and so can you. So as I hear any of these people and I see that some are just scared and they know they can't handle it and this thing and that thing, and I just go, boom, let me buy 7 tickets right here. The second I turned off that video, I started a healing so gnarly I haven't noticed or felt anything even remotely close to it in a very long time. Anytime I was doing a healing that large, I had my beloved patron family. I had y'all helping me. I had Stephanie and the ground crew, air crew, my angelic crew. I had assistance. And I know that the assistance was there. But what was the assistance really around? The second I spent this money live, and I think it was the 15th, like I said, Spirit was like, okay, well, now you really need to heal this. And some of you will remember me saying this. I was so bottled up and so unable to actually show my emotions a couple of years ago that I had to utilize literally as a device, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Anytime I needed to cry and have a good release, I would watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And this is basically part of the healing that I saw, was this whole, like, literally space pirates. And it might not be easy for you to hear this, but as I was saying, and as I saw, and as you can either feel the truth pimples raise up on your skin or not, I saw that the Lyran aspects, after Avalon was destroyed, they were mad. Anytime somebody was attacked, they have their God-given right to be mad. Now, is staying mad okay? No. It is okay for us to be mad, because what truly is mad? Mad is actually sad. Mad is a byproduct of actually being sad of what happened. Mad is somebody's outburst because they do not know how to speak their truth. They do not know how to release their emotions in that present moment, to actually, instead of saying, I'm mad at you because of X, Y, or Z, the truth is, I'm sad at you because of A, B, or C. That's what's really taking place here. So when I saw what was happening, when I saw what did happen, I saw this within my Sicilian DNA. I saw boats going from some Arabian port attempting to go to Greece with the most sugary dates that have ever existed. And I saw a boat on the horizon, and that boat was my boat. And they'd say, oh, look, there's another boat. Oh, that's weird. It's heading right for us. Oh, that's where they're taking our stuff. So any of this pirate stuff that's taking place, if slavery was legal until hundreds of years ago, any of this stuff that took place in the past, it would be the height of ignorance. And this came from my angelic. It would be the height of ignorance to think at some present moment in the past, none of these aspects of conquistadors, of Vikings, of Sicilian pirates or Lyran pirates or whatever the heck they are, that is all of us, my family, to think that they didn't trade in people. Okay? So that's why this has been so difficult for us. That's why some of us can't look at it. That's why some of us couldn't watch the videos, because there's a difficulty in even admitting what took place and what goes into really getting on the multidimensional operating table of life, of healing the traumas that we created, of being on the other side where we needed to be as these, at lack of better words, multidimensional spies. We had to be in these places. We had to be the Knights Templars. We had to be in Egypt, whether it was good Egypt or bad Egypt. We were there for a reason, to make sure that when it got to the point, we could say, no, that's where I'm out. That's where I speak my truth. That's where I say, like, no, we've pushed and pushed and pushed, but no, we won't do that. We needed to be in these places. We agreed to be in these places. We agreed to watch Jesus be crucified, so to speak, even though we knew it was wrong. This has been going on throughout time and space. Like I said, I found it in my Sicilian DNA. I found these past lifetimes. I found my family members in these past lifetimes. And to think it's just this grandiose swashbuckling and swinging from one pirate ship to another and buried treasure, you're wrong. You're very wrong. There is a much darker side to all of this. There is a group of city blocks of warehouses full of file cabinets, and each one of those file cabinets has folders in it of what it means to be outside of divine masculinity and running any of these pirate codes. Let me give you one example of one. Guy's walking down a street. Guy walks down the street. He sees at the end of the street some beautiful girl is just getting out of the shower. And she's got this towel around her head. She's singing. She's happy. She's feeling safe. And what does he do? He looks. He could look away and just think, wow, that's a beautiful girl. But what does he do? He stops and he stares. And he does what I've heard most of the men in my life say: I am burning this image into my head right now. I've said this. I'm guilty for this. I'm sure that many of you are, whether you're in the vessel of a masculine or a feminine, but maybe a slightly higher percentage for the masculines have said this. This is stealing. This is rape. Call it what it is. The fact that this goddess is in the embodiment of her inner child or her just spiritual innocence, and she's just feeling happy and free and protected and safe, and she gets stared at to the point that her oracle needs to step in and be like, yo, sister, there's a creeper out the window. Shut the shades. And then she goes, shuts the shades. So now her divine masculine, her protector masculine, whether that's light or night, and her oracle now had to step in when she was in a higher vibratory rate. That is one folder out of one file cabinet out of many. Taking, staring, these things that are said to be, oh, it's free to watch. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. It is not free to press energy upon somebody that your cell structure is telling you to stop and not stopping, whatever suit you're in. That is just one little 1% of 1%. I'll give that 1 out of 1,000 of some of the codes that have come in from me saying, yes, I accept this. Yes, I will heal this. I need to heal this because I need to be the best version of me that I can be for you, for myself, for life. And part of life is truth. And for me to have been doing these things, I was not in my purity. I was attacking purity. Some of the things that have been attacking purity weren't looked at as attacking purity. And this is not allowed. That is not universal galactic truth. And where we are is where universal galactic truth is what will succeed in all of the upcoming realities because we've already made it to a certain level of ascension. We already have ascended. Some of us are still seeing a lot of struggle. Some of us are seeing money worries. Some of us are seeing these things. And that's why I stand here today in front of you. Like I said, if you are feeling under attack, if you're feeling any of this, I'm here to help. I'm here to facilitate healing. I'm here to facilitate clearing. It is not about money. It is not about sessions. It's not about any of that. I am here because I know what my job is and I would like to get my job done. But I cannot get my job done if I'm not doing my job properly. I'm not doing my job properly if you don't know exactly what my job is. So I tell you, I am the protector. I am your brother. I am the father, the grandfather, the grandmother, the abuelita. I am your little sister. I am all of it. I agree to be all of it. I am a cosmic deity that is here to make sure that this reality succeeds, to make sure that this reality thrives. And I want you, please, more than anything else, to feel safe, to live your life purpose, to find your life purpose. And I see a lot of people scared to even speak their truth. I find a lot of people scared to even admit to themselves that they're like, wait a minute, I'm a bigot because I don't think it's okay for a 6-year-old to decide to allow a scalpel to be sliced down their penis. Let's just talk about it, my family. I'm done. I do not care. Watch me as a bastion of truth in this reality. Watch me and know that you are not cancelable, my family. Maybe you chose a certain job that it seems like you're cancelable, but watch them attempt to cancel Alexander. What will you do? You will just give him more subscribers. How can you cancel me when you have already censored me? Answer that question, my family. I am clearly censored by this reality, censored by this YouTube algorithm. I don't care. My patrons have my back. You have my back. I have your front, your back, whatever reality that you go in. Like I said, you have my word of that truth. My truth is my job is protecting Kuan Yin, and I can't protect Kuan Yin if I think in even 1% of 1% that some of us are ascending and some of us are not. I am here for the long haul. So whoever these people are that aren't in truth, I'm coming. I'm here. I'm working by day multidimensionally. I'm working by night multidimensionally. And like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm doing this. You need my help? I'm here. Because I need your help, my family. I need all of your helps. And all you have to do is live in your truth. All you have to do when you see a child or a woman or a man crying because they are so frustrated. They're frustrated. Why are they frustrated? They're frustrated because they have a job. What is the job they have? The job they have is doing something that is their life purpose, which is bigger than their life purpose. They are one of the cogwheels in the galactic function of this grandfather clock, if you will, called multidimensional life. And they feel like they can't do their job. Can they do their job? No, they can't because they don't feel safe. Why don't they feel safe? Maybe because I haven't been doing my job. So that's why I'm here today to let you know that I'm doing my job. And my job is making sure that you feel safe. And if you don't feel safe, then it must be from within because I've given you permission to call upon your brother.
I've given you permission to call upon my dragon. I have done the work to find these demons, whatever they are, wherever they are, within myself, put a saddle on them and ride them into battle. Ride them into the battle of love being truth. Love is light. This is something I've been saying for years. Love and light never sounded right to me. And I was like, love in light, love in light. I wrote for years, if you look at the old emails I sent you, if you've been watching me that far, I said love and light. And all of a sudden I started saying love in light. But love is light. And unprogrammed light is chaos, my family. So knowing that there's no fear that we can possibly have over light if light is love, and the people that we see assaulting themselves right now are not in truth. They're not in truth. They haven't forgiven themselves. If they haven't forgiven themselves, they don't love themselves. If they don't love themselves, then they're destroying their physical vessel. That's why you're seeing some people that this is 41, and you're seeing some other people that just like, what happened to them in the past year? What happened to them in the past 2 years? The reality is saying, be in your truth. And they're going, this is all I know. That's fine. Thank them for being the embodiment of that. Thank them for being the reflection of that. There are many and have been many exit points where if it's become too much, you can exit the reality. I'm sure that there's more of that coming, but I will not allow myself to give up on humanity in any way, shape, or form, in any percentage because of what I see. I choose to take it all upon myself. I choose to be this multi-dimensional shamanic healer of sorts that, since I can see, it's my duty to see for those that feel that they can't see when I know that they can. And they're just scared of seeing, because it is scary to see. It can be scary to see, but it doesn't stay scary to see. It doesn't stay scary to see. It's part of the journey. It's just like whatever gets embodied, and the second it's done, like we always think like, oh, we get a little break, we get this. No, I'm done. I've seen so many times that the second I finish something else comes up instantaneously. To know, okay, this is just part of the journey. This is just part of the mission. And it's just like, if spirit tells me to take a day off, I'll take a day off. Don't get me wrong. I see how I had to take a day off because my phone literally just like started to explode because I was like struggling with how to take a day off. I was struggling with these things. And as I see these things and I see, the phone didn't even show up before I left, so I couldn't record, and just all the things that have taken place for me to go through this multidimensional healing of people need to be free. People are free, and people are pressing their energy upon others. People are pressing their agenda upon others. I keep seeing that like, oh, this person's about to do this. This person's about to do that. I'm not shocked anymore when they do it. I already knew it was coming, but that is a miracle, my family. And many of you are doing that. The fact that they've been pressing this energy upon you is not okay. You have the ability to recognize that that's happening, be in your truth and speak that truth, and be in that wisdom of sorts of saying like, this is what was happening. This is why that can't happen anymore. Because guess what? If it's rattling you, and I'm speaking to your divine masculine right now, if it's rattling you, then your divine feminine in the other room, whether they're in the body of a masculine or a feminine or mom or dad or your child, is feeling that rattle. And everyone starts to hold their breath, and everyone's heart starts to be squeezed by this energy that's being allowed to exist in the multidimensional reality. And as I've become more powerful at this and be like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to show up in that way. No, you're pressing upon me to have this thing take place. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you sit in this because you're not in truth. I am in a sacred state right now. I am in my truth right now. And the fact that you're attacking me shows how bad your intuition is in this present moment. So I allow the person to sit in that. But the fact that when my energy gets jostled, I see that the energy of people that I love gets jostled, I won't watch it again. It's not allowed. It won't happen again. I don't want to allow it to happen again with any of you. And I don't want to allow it to happen again with any of your family members. This is multi-dimensional. This is something that needs to be transmutated. It's not easy for me to come on here and tell you all how difficult this was. It wasn't easy for me to go onto these old broadcasts and these old videos and to speak whatever that distorted form of my truth was at that point, or whatever percentages of truth I would allow out in those points, and delete it and repost it and delete it and repost it. I get it. Some of you are watching this and you're like, I can't even think about it. The thought of thinking about getting on camera makes you hold your breath. Your face gets red. Your chakras start to turn on their sides. I get it. I've been there. I was fortunate enough to be born under this place where, as difficult as it was for me, I have this whole whatever high degrees Leo entertainer BS that I had to navigate, if you will. But I don't think for anybody, I think that for anyone, if it was just easy for them to do this level of work, then they're some sort of professional actor, and that's not even real. They're pretending to be something. They're filling a role. My goal for this channel, my goal for you, my goal for my life and your lives, if you continue to go on this journey with me, is making sure that there is no acting going on. When these things are taking place, they're not happening. I know people say like, oh, Alexander's in the, oh, I like when he's in this mood. Oh, Alexander's there today. Oh, this is one of these videos today. Yes. This is my truth. This is what truth looks like. Truth is a fiery, very sharp sword. And with that truth, I hope for all of you that you can find your truest truth, because without that truest truth, we cannot build the container for our goddesses around us. It is our job as the divine masculine to build and hold the walls of the container, to protect the walls of the container. When we drop the ball, when we allow cracks into the container, then our feminine now has to take upon the animus of the dark masculine, because she's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, now I'm not safe, and now I have to create safety. And now the guy's saying like, oh, so-and-so is doing this again. Must be that time of the month. Must be this, must be that. Get those words out of your mouth. Do not let your brother Alexander hear those words. For your sake, please. I won't stand for that any longer. I won't stand for that within my own life. So I will not stand for it in the lives of my friends as the circle becomes a triangle. I will not stand for that for the people that are brave enough and strong enough to stand around me. I get it. It might not be easy to confront me. So when I chose upon my reality, I will be in my truth. And if so-and-so or whoever is in my reality is not in their truth, I have to call them out on it. Why do I have to call them out on it? Because I need them to call me out on it, because I'm needing assistance. And I know that we can't go to the next step. We can't make the next jump without being in our truth. And this is my truth in this present moment. My truth is some of the things that have been going on, the belief structures, the thoughts, the ways that the guys have been projecting upon the women. This can't happen any longer. Something sacred is not even allowed to be able to be this carnal scream that maybe has some tears that you're just not man enough to handle. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So what does this mean for everybody? Maybe nothing. Maybe you can just keep going on and doing your angelic duties. But to truly do that is your angelic duty. There are certain shifts that we need to make within our truths. There are certain shifts that we need to make to get to the point of our life purpose. And our life purpose is sometimes blocked by things like energy jewelry and tarot card readings and whatever it is. And that doesn't mean that this isn't my life purpose. If it's on the path to it, then it is my life purpose. But whatever's at the end of that purpose, whatever is actually the crowning achievement that you came here to do, there are certain things that you need to do. There are certain traumatic people that you need to date or marry. There are certain places that you need to move to see it didn't work out like you expected it to get you to the point of stop thinking and start doing, to stop dreaming and start acting, to set your hearts ablaze, my family. So if my job is protecting purity, then my job is inciting a riot of sorts. And the riot that I'm inciting is you becoming the best and most powerful version of you that you can be, and knowing that you're not alone.
As I have felt alone and had to carry my crosses in these ways and felt crushed by them, and Spirit said, don't share with anybody. Don't do that. If you do, this will happen. And I see these miracles, actual miracles of full buildings full of people working against your brother, and it was just him, and I succeed. I succeed. I do not say this to brag. I say this to remind you of your potential. I say this to remind you of your power, my beautiful family, that whatever point of self-worth you're at in this present moment, it is a pittance of what and who you truly are. You are all of it. To be all of it, to be the most powerful that you can be, to be that initial spark of God, goddess, original creator of your soul, which I know you all are. We need to navigate our way out of the traumas that is the one archetype of what we were born into in this galactic menagerie of a Leo sun with a Scorpio rising and a this and that and a blah, 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 and a yada, 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 that makes me or reminds me of some frequency of a radio playing some frequency of Alexander of Macedonia as I sit here and speak to you as Alexander Mazone. Amazon. My Amazon sisters, stand up. You will no longer be in fear. You will no longer be scared of these things, that it would be a glorious thing to call them animals. This is beyond animalistic. Some of the things I've been seeing, some of the things that I am seeing, some of the things that have got people angry. I hear it. I have the people coming up to me that I know that they've worked on certain unconditional love codes, and they're angry. They're furious because of what's taking place with the children. We need everybody to stand up and speak their truth, and I see that it's happening, but part of that is you, my family, the most powerful people that I know, being in your truth, living in your truth. And I'm letting you know that it might still be scary, but it doesn't need to be as scary. And I freaking love you so much.